Alrighty, the stock market, the economy, honestly, what's really going on here in the traditional world of finance? We have the S&P 500 before we jump over to company's market cap, where we'll cover some of the price action for today, look over at what the giants are doing, the global behemoths that run the world. But we've got America, S&P 500 here looking for support still. 3812 is a key level that we've been interacting with over the last couple weeks. Bearish Robos in play ever since the middle of February have saved us from more than 16% in downside as we look for support here. So failure to hold this 3812 level could bring us to this 200-week moving average. Support off that would suggest a stronger, longer-term uptrend in play. Down below, we have 3236 before we reach 2952. That'll be the strongest horizontal level waiting for us in any sort of continued downside moving forward. And we do have this ascending trend line, which I've adjusted slightly since previous S&P 500 videos. It comes from a swing low all the way back in like 2009 and then interacts with this dip in March of 2020. So interaction with this ascending trend line would perhaps also suggest a longer term uptrend intact. I do believe the economy will very much recover, print all-time highs, and then some, though it will take quite some time because all uptrends must experience downside and or sideways before continuing their way upward. So we have to go with the flow of the economy. We can invest our S&P 500 investment in three different ratios: 20% at support once that has been solidified, 30% once we are free from my solid downtrend line here overhead, and then 50% based on bullish Robo advisors, which have ever since 2016, other than one example, we've seen at least 20 to 49% in upside after two of our chosen three Robo advisors enter a bullish state. So we always wait for the confirmations no matter the situation. Let me know down below your thoughts on the SPX though. We're looking at companies by market cap. Apple at the moment with a $2.3 trillion market cap. It's about the price of one gasoline. In the red, about 0.25% today. Saudi Aramco, $2.1 trillion market cap, down just about 3.5% today though. Perhaps looking for support. Microsoft, $1.8 trillion market cap, down more than 0.25% today. Google, 1.4 trillion, in the red, 2.3%. But Amazon, 1.1 trillion, is up 1% today. So those are the trillion-dollar entities in play. Bitcoin was one of them. I swear it was only 10 minutes ago Bitcoin was worth over $1 trillion. Now it's barely worth half a trillion, not even like 400 billion maybe, hopefully. But either way, some of the other sort of huge multi-hundred billion dollar entities here are experiencing between 1 to 2.5% in upside today, though a lot of red is to be seen between half a percentage to a couple of percentages as well. Perhaps sideways is occurring at the moment, though with bearish robos in play for some of the major indexes. Perhaps this downside may continue here. Perhaps stronger support is to be determined. So we will have to go with the flow. Some of the top mover today, CM Bank. If you're investing in CM Bank, sadly, you're down about 5.5% today. Though if you're holding BYD, my apologies if I don't know what company that is, you are up more than 3% today, it would appear. Alrighty, the Dow Jones looking for support as well under the influence of bearish robos, which have saved us from over 14% in downside over the last kind of several weeks here. At the moment, a key level to consider, 29,373. down below is at the moment correlating with the 200 weekly moving average. That is perhaps suggesting significant support at that level. Though down below 26,306 is the much more significant technical horizontal level we are waiting for continued interaction toward, especially if we fail to hold support down below here locally and if bearish robos remain. So we have to go with the flow and watch out for Robo. You already know, invest 20% of your Dow Jones investment at support once that has been solidified. 30% once we are free from this down trend line visualized overhead, and that remaining 50% is invested when 2 of our chosen 3 robos enter a bullish state, which from 2016 have allowed us to see, except for one example, after 2 of our chosen 3 robos became bullish, about 13 to roughly 49% in upside. So we just have to wait for these confirmations during this highly volatile and uncertain situation. The NASDAQ, in a bit of a similar situation, we are interacting toward the downtrend line in play, suggesting an overhead descending resistance level, pushing us further towards support. With these bearish robos in play, continued interaction downward is to be expected here. So far, we've been saved from 23% in downside ever since bearish robos back in January. We have our 3rd robo advisor entering a bearish state more recently, suggesting continued potentially bearish price action. So watch out for support down below our 200 weekly moving average. At the moment, slightly correlating with this ascending trend line as well. It also goes back roughly 4,000 years into the past. Support down below waiting for us at 120. That's a horizontal level to consider in any sort of interaction downward here. So there is perhaps slightly a sort of large cushion of support waiting for us between this ascending trend line, moving average, and horizontal level. Though, if resistance is confirmed, we'll have to go with the flow and look for lower support. Invest 20% at support once that has been confirmed, 30% once we are free from this downtrend line, and 50% when robos enter a bullish state. Casino CEOs say the industry isn't yet seeing signs of a recession, but is prepared for a pullback. So during times of soaring interest rates, inflation, certain unfortunate circumstances forcing everyone to cover their face and stay inside. The price of gas has 100x'd. They're still gambling. Casinos are doing fine. Well, 2 major casinos, anyway, are doing totally fine, though may not be supposedly soon. A pullback is approaching, but the recent unfortunate circumstances that the rest of the world have been undergoing, casinos are doing fine. Let me know down below how gambling has gone for you, though, in addition to anything else you'd like to see in any other video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out EngineeringRobo for free with the link in the description, and tune in for the next one.